So we are back again. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Just waiting on Rants to join us. Big up to everybody tuning in, man. Big up to everybody that's just watched me on the Terry stream. He's absolutely rattled me to the point where I'm shaking with anger. He has actually rattled me about flip-flop and all of that. But listen, Rants will be joining shortly. He's on his way. He's coming. Big up to everybody in it, man. Make sure you fire the like button up and share the content around. Rance's links in the title as well. Yeah, big up everybody, man. Like, he winds me right up, I swear. I can't lie. He does wind me up about flip-flop. It's mad. Yeah, I love you, Mickey. Like, he was proper taking the piss, man. Like, it's crazy. Straight from Straight Facts. Big up everybody in here, man. Come on, you lot are crazy, man. You lot are crazy. Yeah, the stream's always lit with Terry, man. It is always lit. But yeah, he proper rattled me, man. Man said I got cooked by Terry. I didn't get cooked. What's the aim of elite sport? The aim of elite sport is to win the league. Yeah, win the title. Well, have we won one yet? No. So I don't get it. Why did we smash a stadium down? To go and compete with the very best. We haven't done that yet. We're doing it this season, but we haven't done anything yet. We're halfway through a season. Mad, isn't it? Big up my girl, Mama Flossie, in the chat. Big up to you, girl. I hope you're well. You stood your ground. I always stand my ground because you can't argue with facts. We smashed a stadium down to compete. Yeah, you can't argue with that. We were competing when we was in the stadium that these legends behind me played in. Yeah, we smashed that down to compete. The aim of elite sport is to compete. So there's two facts you can't twist that. That is the aim of elite sport, to win. Fact, he should have been sacked. He should have been sacked multiple times. And anyone who wants to sit there and pretend he shouldn't, we were 15th for 5 games in a row, getting humiliated by Villarreal. Yeah, getting humiliated by Everton, Burnley, Wolves, Aston Villa 3 times on the spin. They're breaking unwanted records left, right, and centre. Any elite football club would have sacked him. But he stayed, and he's doing extremely well this season. And I'm here for it. And I don't care if people want to cry all they like. I ain't ever apologising for me having my standards of what they told me the standards were when they smashed the stadium down. I've held that club accountable for 16 years. 16 years I've been saying the same thing. Win the title. Go for the title. Compete. Yeah, so all the people that want to lower the standards and call me negative, well, the reason it took 16 years is because of people like you. Thoughts on Eddie and Ketia's song? I haven't heard it, mate, if I'm honest. I haven't heard it. But yeah, anyone who wants to lower the standards of the football club, that's why it's taken 16 years for my club to fucking even get in a position to be top of the table and me saying I think we'll win it. What are you saying, bro?
I'm good, bruv. What are you telling me?
Bro, I'm fuming. I've been called a flip-flop because I think we're going to win the league. I've just had Terry rattle me. It's mad, but yeah, I'm coming with some chest today. I'm fucking shaking. He was wound me up.
Man, listen, one thing I'll say about you, yeah, like you can't be letting guys rattle you, yeah, because you held the club to a higher standard. Do you know what I mean? You can't. Do you know what I mean? And based off the fact that Arteta finished 8th twice, yeah, and bottled top 4 last season, you were well within your right to have your reservations about him. Do you know what I mean? Like that's normal. Do you know what I'm saying? So because you didn't blindly support the manager throughout all the bullshit, do you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden you need to apologize. You don't need to apologize, bro. If anything, they need to apologize to you, bro, because this is where Arsenal should have been in the first place. This is where Arsenal should have been in the first place. Do you know what I'm saying? And now Arsenal are where they should have been in your eyes. You're not complaining anymore. You would be the biggest hypocrite, yeah, if Arsenal got there and then you were still moaning, but you're not. You're enjoying it because this is what you wanted in the first place. What is the problem? Do you know what I mean? That's what they said about me. Rants is always negative. Now I'm here with my fucking Ten Heisenberg jumper saying back the manager. Do you know what I'm saying? We just lost to Arsenal and I'm coming out saying, you know what, back the manager. 6 months in, only team in the league to go toe-to-toe with Arsenal at the Emirates. Do you know what I'm saying? And we got a lot to build up. Like, I'm fucking happy, bro. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't understand this negative talk. Man's not negative. I just have high standards for my football club. End of story.
And then high standards are based off of what you've witnessed, how the club has acted previously, yeah, and how the standards should be. Yeah, let's not pretend that we're tin pot football clubs here. We're 2 of the biggest clubs on the planet. In fact, you could even make an argument to say Man United are the biggest club on the planet.
Well, there you go.
Could make that argument. Yes, Real Madrid have got more European trophies. Cool. Yeah, more leagues, but fan base income and stuff like that. You could make an argument. It wouldn't look stupid, put it that way.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
but
course.
the fact is, we smashed that stadium down with these players behind me that set
Yeah.
the standards that we were going to move and go up another level. And all we've done in 16 years is have excuse. Oh, you can't sack Wenger. Look at what he's done for the club. That guy sent us back a decade. Yeah, that guy sent us back a decade. Maybe not a decade because he's been gone 5 years, 6 years. Where he set us back for 5-6 years. Yeah, and it's mad. And them standards of what I've always, when I was trying to protest to get Wenger out the club, compete for the title, you were taking the Mick Fulfizzer trophy. Like, it's bad. It's crazy, bro. But anyway, big up to everyone inside, man. There's 1,100 of you in there. Smash the like button. And yeah, you need to hold that, bro. Hold that. 3 point collectors. I should have put my name as 3 point collectors. And yeah, man, listen, I'm gonna cook you, bro. I can't even lie. Yeah, you lot were hanging on for dear life at the end.
We were
run out of ideas. Some poor players in your team. Ericsson was shocking. Yeah, I thought he was dross. The one standout for me in your team was Rashford. I thought he was class. I thought he was absolutely on it. That was probably the best performance I've seen from him in a long time. His goal was insane.
No, he scored a great goal, but I don't think he had a great game. I don't think any of our attackers had a great game. I thought Weghorst held the ball up very well for us, but we couldn't build off him. Rashford scored a very good goal, but bruv, I've been watching Rashford all season. It wasn't one of his better games, bro. Like Rashford's had way better games than that. But
I just thought the fact that he
scored a great goal.
His pressing is the way he made Ben White get subbed at half time.
Yeah. Ben White got hooked and that, but I'll be real. It's like if we had more in attack, I think that we could have made you pay in the first half. Do you know what I mean? And we didn't, because in the first half, I thought we did very well to neutralize anything that you had. We conceded a very soft goal, man. Wan-Bissaka just goes to sleep completely and just lets Eddie just have the freedom of the fucking 18-yard box. Like horrible.
That goal was mad. I can't lie. The cross was insane, and the header.
It was a great cross. The cross was in that area that you don't want the ball to go into because no one wants to touch it because no one wants to score an own goal. So it was a good delivery. Wan-Bissaka goes sleep. And yeah, but first half, bro, we played well. We pretty much neutralized everything that you done, to be honest. And I was happy enough. I think our manager would have been happy of the two in the first half. No two ways about it. Second half.
Yeah, absolute facts, bro. That first half, I can't lie. Yeah, that first half was probably the worst we've played at home all season in the first half of a game because we just couldn't keep the ball. It was embarrassing at times. Like, we were just constantly giving the ball away. The turnovers, it was ridiculous.
But I think that you lot expected us to come, sit back, and just let you have loads of the ball, and we didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? It even caught me a bit by surprise a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
High pressing us all over the park, man. It was
the fact that we actually came to play you. Do you know what I mean? And it's just one of them things where it was a game of two halves. I think we were the better team in the first half. You lot were the better team in the second half. And ultimately, like, we conceded at very bad times, innit? We conceded at very bad times. We shouldn't have conceded that equalizer so soon after scoring. If we get to half time at 1-0, it would have been interesting to see what the second half looked like. But we conceded the goal. Arsenal got their tails back up. Then we went behind them. When we equalized, it's like, cool, now, guys, you got to hold on. And then we concede. It was a fortunate goal right at the end. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's one of them ones where the pressure was building.
Yeah, the pressure was building from soon as you scored. That was probably the worst time for you to equalize because after that you just retreated. Yeah, and you were getting further and further back. And it was like, well, what made you make us turn the ball over in the first half was you were press. Yeah, snapping at the heels. As soon as you got that equalizer from Martinez, you just went, yeah, cool, we'll take a draw.
Yeah, but also you don't have players. We don't have players. Remember, like the longer the game goes on, because we don't have a bench here, and we don't have players to stretch you. Once Rashford gets tired, you know what I mean? And Weghorst is not quick anyway. Who's actually going to stretch you? Like, we didn't have no players that were going to run and stretch the pitch.
Obviously, should have brought Garnacho on.
Should have, absolutely. Do you know what I mean? But then we're looking at Garnacho at the Emirates. Like that's what our bench is saying right now. Remember, like,
do you know what?
No Dalot, so we couldn't stretch you on the right-hand side. So Wan-Bissaka doesn't start if Dalot's fit. No Casemiro, no Martial, no Sancho in the squad. 4 players that would have definitely been in the match squad that could have helped us yesterday. you know what I mean? And three of them if you include Dallo, are attacking players. So we're short 3 attacking players as well. And bruv, I actually thought that we can leave the Emirates, yeah, like, and just be like, you know what? Like we did what we needed to do. This is meant to be the best team in the league, yeah. Like they're beating everyone. We were meant to go there and get ran over, and we didn't. Do you know what I mean? So 6 months into the reign, Ten Hag's reign, I think that there's a lot more positives than negatives. There's not many negatives to take from the Arsenal game. The better side on the balance of the second half won the game, bro. Like that was it. I'd say for probably 60% of the game, you were probably the better side. 40%, we were the better side. So do you know what I mean? If it was a draw, fair enough. Do you know what I mean? But we lost by 1 goal in the last 2 minutes of the game. Like, it is what it is. Like, some guys are going on like we got hammered 5-0, bro. It wasn't that. You know what I mean? Like,
do you know what's quite funny though? Yeah, right. It's like your fan base is like ours. You've got so many people chat shit in your fan base. Yeah, and like I went on Saeed's stream after I'd finished all my streams and that. Yeah, and I said to her, I put a message in this chat, and I said, look, Man United are going to be a good team next season. They're a problem. I said it on my stream while I was live. I said, listen, the fact that we're sat here, me and Oliver sat there nervous all the way through that game, it was like, Man United are back, Arsenal are back.
Yeah,
like, you know that's now going to be a big rivalry again. Yeah, and it's always a big game. Doesn't matter whether we're both shit. Yeah, it's always been a big game.
But it was big for a reason now.
Yeah, it's big for a reason, exactly. Yeah, the fact you didn't have Casemiro probably helped us in the end because
it did, because Partey had a stinker, bro. I'll be real, like he didn't play well yesterday. If we had Casemiro to get on the ball in the midfield, I think it would have helped us. Your midfield is what?
Definitely first half.
Yeah, your midfield won you the game because we got overran in the midfield. Eriksen ain't got the legs to play 90 minutes against a team with the energy of Arsenal. And I believe if we had a if we had a midfielder to get on the ball and calm things down, that's what Casemiro does. I genuinely believe, that we get a result yesterday, bro. You know what I mean? I think we even could have won the game. That's how important he is, like in the midfield, because I think the difference between your midfield getting the better of our midfield was just literally the fact that he wasn't playing. Because overall, your midfield wasn't amazing yesterday. Odegaard was all right, but it wasn't one of his best performances.
Yeah, no, you're right. Odegaard wasn't insane. It wasn't the levels he showed. Zinchenko was our best player. He was fucking insane, mate. Zinchenko.
There you go. And he comes in, and he plays as the extra midfielder. And you can do that when you don't have a fullback like Dallo that overlaps. Wan-Bissaka's not going to get down the outside, so Zinchenko can cheat and stay in the midfield. If you've got a fullback that actually goes down the outside, it gives him a bit more to think about. So I just think the way the game's set up stylistically, I genuinely believe that if we did have an extra midfielder in there like Cash that could control the ball, the fact that Partey didn't play well, the fact that Odegaard wasn't as good as he has been, like I think that could have definitely kind of tilted the balance more so in our favor. Maybe we could have created more. But bro, it was one of the best games of the season.
Oh, 100%. It was mad to watch. Yeah. And it was crazy the way, and like, I thought that goal was offside. Yeah. Somebody fucking clipped me up because I went, yes, offside. Yeah. So I've gone, yes, offside without no pause. So some dickheads clipped me. Yeah. And gone, look, he's happy. He thinks it's offside because he don't want Arsenal to win. I was like, you freak. Yeah. But
I thought it was off. I thought it was off when it went in.
I weren't celebrating that goal until I see it weren't offside, mate. Because I was like, nah, don't do this to me, man. Don't let me celebrate. I weren't celebrating until I see you. And then I was like, well, it can't be Zinchenko offside. I thought it was Eddie anyway. And then I was like, rah, Wan-Bissaka's foot's keeping him on just. Mad. But yeah, it was mad, bro. Let's talk about Luke Shaw as well, man. Because big up to everyone inside, man. Make sure you batter the like button and share the content around sub to rants in the title, yeah?
Hey, big up everyone in the chat as well, like, because I know you Arsenal fans are having the time of your life, and you know, like that.
Hey, we're chesty, mate. Trust me, we're chesty.
Hey, bro, enjoy it, bro. That's all I say, innit? All I say is you lot better pray that you don't fuck this one up. You know what I mean? Because I've seen Man United claw back 15 points multiple times, yeah. Like, and there's still half the season to go, so it's not done. It's not done. It's far from done.
To Terry a minute ago, like everyone's going on like we've won the league. Like my chat's full of loads of different people in it. Most of them that come and watch this. There's a lot of them that don't watch every other show, but they just come for this one. But most of the regs that come in here every day and watch every show, they're not getting hyped. The same as me. Listen, I'm hyped because we beat Man United. I'm hyped because some of your players were shocking. I mean, Anthony, by the way, like bro.
First half he was good. Like, so I don't know. First half he was good. Second half he wasn't great.
I heard Rio Ferdinand say that he's got no power. Yeah, he said, and Thomas Partey, I have no idea how Thomas Partey caught him up and overtook him.
I do, because Thomas Partey, bruv, he's got a turn of pace. But also, what you got to realize is, yeah, like a lot of these footballers, bruv, when they're running without the ball, it's different. Like Man United, Chris Smalling was our fastest player at the club for loads of, and you didn't look at Chris Smalling and say, oh, Chris Smalling's rapid. But bro, like certain man over certain distances are quick. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And especially when you don't have the ball. When you don't have the ball, you're a lot quicker than when you do have the ball. So you should never really be fucking surprised when a player without the ball catches a player with the ball, bro. Like it happens all the time.
Bro, from that far back.
Nah, but bro,
come on,
Thomas
man.
Partey, you know the engine Partey's got on him.
Behind him, man. He was miles behind him.
But it don't matter, bro. You gotta understand, Partey's got an engine on him, bro. Like, because he plays in midfield and he plays a short game, people don't see him sprint. But there's loads of footballers like that actually, when they open up their legs, they can move, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And especially when someone's running with the ball and someone's running without the ball, you can make up a lot of ground, bruv. You saw fucking Wan-Bissaka catch Wilfred Zaha the other day and make that slide tackle. If they're both running without the ball and Zaha gets that head start, Wan-Bissaka's getting nowhere near him. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, running with the ball versus running without the ball, there's a considerable difference in speed. So it's one of them ones where, like, to me, that wasn't even a surprise, bro. If it wasn't Thomas Partey, if he got caught by Christian Eriksen, that's when I'd be like, all right, cool. Like, what the fuck's going on? Do you know what I mean? Because Eriksen ain't got no legs, but Partey's an athlete, bro. Man, know that Partey box to box can get up and down the pitch. Why are we surprised that he can run fast? Man, I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, but no, bro, I can't lie. That was mad for me. Like, I know what you're saying about with and without the ball and that, but bro, this guy is supposed to have a little turn of speed on him himself, surely. Yeah, and it wasn't like the ball was at his feet either. Like the ball was being played in, so he was running onto the ball as well. And Partey started 10 fucking yards behind him, bro. 10.
Different.
And I'm like, I'm thinking, right. And do you know what? Just on him as well, yeah. I don't think I've watched quite a lot of Man United this season.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've seen him take his man on once in a game.
He does, but not all the time. He does, like, but not
down
all
the outside.
Time.
I mean,
no, he doesn't go down the outside a lot. But when he does, he normally flicks it over someone's head and he gets away with him. Do you know what I mean? But again, people criticize Sancho for the same thing, but it's like that's not their game, bruv. That's not meant to be their game. You know what I mean? Like, even when you say that, look at Saka. How many times does he go down the outside onto his right foot? Most of the time he doesn't. He comes in onto his left. They're just different types of players, isn't it? So saying he doesn't take it down the outside, bro, that's not his game. That's just not his game.
No, but I get that. But what I'm saying is when he cuts inside, he just cuts inside and squares it into
midfield. He cuts inside and passes it. Yeah, because that's his game, bro. Like, he's a possession player. Sometimes he gets shots off, like the goal he scored against City. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's a ball retention kind of player, innit? Like, that's just how he plays.
Because when I see all the clips doing the rounds when you signed him, I'm seeing him in Ajax twisting people up, breaking ankles. I was thinking, right, this guy's a bit of a problem. He's going to.
But he doesn't do that. But he doesn't do that every time he gets the ball, Lee. And this is the problem with when people watch fucking compilations and think they know players. It's the same with Sancho. You watch a Sancho comp, it's going to show you loads of step overs, nutmegs, and all these things. They're clips of a 90-minute game. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't nutmeg people every time he gets the ball. But this is the problem when people. We're in a generation right now, yeah, where people are looking at compilations and judging players on compilations. They don't actually watch them. So because of that, they think that they know a player. Like Sancho and Anthony are two players, yeah, that have a very high ball retention rate. They don't lose the ball. They don't take a lot of risks when it comes to beating players. Because players like Rashford, he goes down the outside and goes past people a lot of the time. But bro, every time Rashford tries to take on a player, he might beat a man 3 times, but he's lost the ball 12 times. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, even in the game yesterday, the other day, he scored the goal where he nutmegged Partey and done that. But bro, out of every time Rashford got the ball and tried to go past his man, his success rate was probably
against Palace, he was shocking.
Well, there you go. But this is the thing. But in the compilations, they only show you the time that it actually worked. So like, it's a high risk, bro. Like, when you're a player that wants to get on the ball, yeah, and just go past players all the time, you're going to lose the ball the majority of the time. Same goes for someone like Wilfred Zaha. Wilf gets the ball at Palace, probably tries to take his man on. Probably 3 out of 10 times he might get past him, maybe 2 times. Do you know what I mean? But it's what you do the 2 times you get past. And that's just what it is. Because Anthony doesn't take a lot of risks, he doesn't lose the ball a lot. But they say the same thing about Grealish. Oh, he just cuts inside and passes it. Bruv, He doesn't lose the ball. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah,
Jack
Grealish
does the same.
barely loses the ball, to be fair.
Grealish never really goes down the outside. He does the same thing. Gets the ball, drops the shoulder, comes inside, wins a foul, or comes inside, plays it for a give and goal. But you need players close to these players. If you don't have players close,
that's the
close
problem.
to Grealish,
Like
he's
we
not
had
going
this
to run
with
away.
Saka last season. Saka last season wasn't getting Ben White.
Was
Ben White,
isolated and he was dying, bro.
Yeah, Tomiyasu weren't overlapping him. And if you go and have a look at the last 10 games of last season, he was shocking
Ben White.
Saka.
And now you see Ben White gives him the extra room because Ben White gets forward.
Exactly. And now we've got Odegaard who slowly goes over that side as well. Yeah, and because Zinchenko comes in on the opposite side. So now you've got a 4 in midfield.
And that's what the 10's supposed to do. But at Man United, we've got Bruno. Bruno doesn't come across and join in the little triangles. He wants to get in the box. So the thing is, we get players isolated all the time. Arsenal never get isolated on the ball. They always have 2 or 3 passing options. That's because of their manager. That's because of how they play. The inverted fullbacks also helps you to have extra men in the midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? And then Odegaard drifts out and does all these things. Like, you have to understand systems. A lot of these guys don't understand systems. It's the same with when we had Memphis. When you've got an inverted wide man, you need wingers high and wide. Look at Liverpool. They play inverted Mo Salah. So you need Trent high and wide to balance it out. When you've got Wan-Bissaka that doesn't overlap, and then you've got an inverted winger, you get nothing on that right-hand side. Do you know what I mean? And then you get Anthony receiving the ball with 3 people around him. The fuck is he meant to do?
Yeah, that was what was happening with Saka last season. Every game, I was like, somebody going to overlap him. I was sitting there
and people were saying, "Oh, they're triple teaming Saka." They're not triple teaming him. He's just on his own. Like, it's not a triple team, bro. Like, they're just in position. He's just got no support.
They need 3 players to triple up on him. No, there's no overlapping fullback.
There's nothing. Do you know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, they need 3 men to stop Saka." They don't need 3 men. It's just that he's got no help. Do you see what I'm saying? And now, when you look at Saka's goal, yeah, when there's runs around him, that enables him, yeah, to commit Eriksen, come inside and get that shot off. If there was no one overlapping and no one to pass to, we could have easily put pressure on the ball straight away. He doesn't get the shot off. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You need runners. Even if you're not passing them the ball, you need decoy runners because that's what opens the pitch up. And that's also why City play better when they play Foden on the left than instead of on the right-hand side because the pitch is wider. And that's just all it is. When you play left footers on the left, right footers on the right, they're less likely to come inside. So it generally just makes the pitch wider, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's not really rocket science.
If you play inverted, then you have to have that fullback to overlap.
You have
to make that space wider. Otherwise, it's just the pitch is now this big instead of this big.
There you go. Or you get a wide person coming in, and then all you've got is, because there's no overlap, you got the right back here, the right centre back here, and the DM here. So you got 3 people in front of you. Whereas at least if you've got an overlap, the right back has to look at him. Do you know what I'm saying? So straight away it takes a player away.
Yeah, that comment from Rex in the chat, he said 100 million for a player to keep the ball. But yeah, Grealish is the same. He was 100 mil. Yeah, it's the same thing. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I thought he was shit. I can't lie. I just thought he was just. When he came off, he didn't even look. Like, it was just like, oh, me again. I know I'm coming off because he knew in his heart he had a shit game.
Yeah, second half, he wasn't great, but first half, he was good.
First half, he was all right. Yeah, he was not bad in the first half. But Luke Shaw, I thought, did all right in the first half. And then second half, I thought, nah, bro. What did he have at half time? A fucking Burger King chicken royale?
No, he just got tired, Lee, bro. He got tired. Like I said, he plays at centre back because he can preserve his energy there. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not built to play fullback. He's not fit, bro. And this is the problem. He's a good defender when it comes to getting out and putting pressure when you play centre-back because you can pick when you've got to run. When you play fullback, you have to keep going. And he got tired. And then he just started retreating. And then Saka just kept cooking him to the point where I would have taken him off, bro, because he was on a yellow card and I was worried he was going to get sent off. And this is my problem with Luke Shaw. I know what his strengths and his weaknesses are. And for me, he's a centre-back now. He's not a left-back now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be playing him left back. When I see him at left back, I was like,
I'd buy another left back. I'd buy cover, or if we've got a young player that we got in the youth team or whatever, I'll buy cover for Malacia and I'll play Luke Shaw as the backup left centre back. I wouldn't play him left back unless there's an injury or something because, bro, he don't have the engine to start there, bro. Do you know what I mean? You don't have the engine. I'm sorry, he's just not fit enough. And we've seen it. He's so slow to get out to Saka. Then you see him jockeying, backing off, not
Yeah,
Not
and then Eriksen's all over the place. Like,
Eriksen's just not got legs anyway. He's always the second man. Do
yeah,
you know what I'm
and then
saying? He's
bang,
always the
Saka
second man.
scores. Mate, when I see that goal, I was like, oh my days. Yeah, when I watched it back, I didn't realize how good that goal was, man.
Bruv,
Like, I
that's
think
the
the
only
keeper could
place
have done
he
a
could
bit
have
better
put
with
that
it.
shot. I think the keeper could have done better, but people are saying that he saw it late in it.
Mm.
That's the only place in the goal Saka puts it and scores. Anywhere else, the keeper saves it, bro. Like
He nearly done it
is what?
again. He nearly done it
Yeah,
again. It got
the
deflected onto
deflection
the
it hit the
post.
post. Yeah, I
Mad.
think Fred stuck a leg out and sent it onto the post. But like, yeah, man, it's just one of them. It's one of them games where it was a game full of fine margins, bro. Do you know what I mean? And Eddie Nketiah has given you everything that Jesus doesn't give you, yeah. And it's them scrappy goals like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
Jesus is
mad.
miles better outside the box, but
Miles better, but in the
this
box,
is the thing. I said this on the watch along.
Jesus doesn't score either of them goals.
Nah, there's no way he's scoring a backstick bullet header.
No,
like, come on.
and he's not scoring the last goal to flick it in because he wouldn't have been in that position in the first place. He probably would have been linking play.
Yeah, he would have been outside the box on the left hand side.
Yeah.
but I said this on the watch along. Like, does he get back in the team, Jesus? Like, he's going to be out for another 4 or 5 weeks. If Eddie carries on scoring, is he getting back in the team?
If I'm the
going to
manager,
go bullet, bro, because I'm
the
literally
yeah,
going
no
to
problem.
myself here. I'll be 1 minute.
No worries. If I'm the manager, Jesus don't get back in the team, and if he does, he gets back in maybe on the left side instead of Martinelli because maybe Martinelli hasn't had a great time. But for me, nah. You have to. Whilst Eddie's playing well and scoring goals, he has to play. I believe in playing your striker when they're scoring goals, and Eddie Nketiah is showing that he deserves to be playing for Arsenal. So, as much as we can say, oh yeah, Jesus is a better footballer, which he is, but what he brings to Arsenal, I wouldn't say necessarily Arsenal are missing that at the moment because they seem to be doing just as well with Nketiah, and that's why I tell people all the time it's all about horses for courses and different roles, innit? It's all about having role players. You don't have to be a better footballer than someone to be more effective than them in certain areas of the pitch, and that's just what it is. He's not a better footballer than Gabriel Jesus, but he gives you something that Jesus will never give you. Jesus will never be a goal scorer. He wasn't a goal scorer at Manchester City, and at Arsenal, he's not a goal scorer. So even though Jesus is a better player, the way Eddie's playing now, he has to start. Until he goes through a goal drought, you got to keep playing Eddie, man. And his confidence is sky high now. So if I'm Arteta, if Jesus was available tomorrow, I don't play him. I don't play him. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Man said, what, Nketiah is fucking useless. Well, clearly he's not useless. Clearly he's not useless. Do you know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. And I'm speaking from experience from having coached teams and owning a club. So do you know what I mean? You can't tell me that Nketiah is useless. Like, he's not useless, bro.
No, Nketiah serves a purpose. Yeah,
bro, the guy is a squad player that scores goals, and when your striker's scoring goals, you play them. Period.
Yeah,
because
when they're on the streak,
hot streaks don't last forever. Yeah, hot streaks don't last forever. So when the hot streak ends, that's when you bring Gabriel Jesus back in. But for now, Nketiah starts. Period.
Yeah,
facts. How many goals has he got? I think he's got more goals than Jesus, hasn't he, in the league?
That's a good question, actually. I think in his last 7 starts, he's bagged 7 goals.
But then he's got more than Jesus, because Jesus ain't got 7 Premier League goals, has he?
No, he's got 5.
There you go. So there you go, Lee.
Have a look at Eddie. Eddie's got 4 league goals.
Eddie's got 4 league goals. He's got 7 in all comps, so he's got 4. So he's 1 behind Jesus already.
Yeah, 1 behind him in the league.
Yeah, there you go.
He's actually scored 9 goals in all comps.
And how many's Jesus got in all competitions?
Let's have a look. I think he's only got the 5. I may be wrong. Jesus stats 5.
So there you go. Eddie's got more goals than him. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
you can't argue with goals because they're playing in the same team. Do you know what I mean? So unless Jesus has got 10 assists, like you pay Eddie. Do you know what I mean?
Jesus has got 7 assists, 6 in the league.
All right, cool. Well, then you play both of them. Like I said,
but this is what I'm saying, right? There's a way we could find a system. I'm not Eddie Nketiah's biggest fan, but you're right what you said. Streaky strikers, Yeah, 6-yard box merchants. You need some of them in your team every now and again. If you want, look at when you had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah,
bro, that guy
when
went
he was
out
scoring, we
bangers,
played
he
him.
was tap-ins.
Yeah, but when he was scoring, he played. There was one time where we were playing Solskjaer right wing because he just kept scoring, so we just kept playing him, bro. Like Fergie found a way to play him.
The little P, Chikorito. Yeah, bro, that guy never scored a
Chicharito
banger in his life. All little box tap-ins. And sometimes you have to have that. If you want to win a title, you have to have at least 2 free strikers. I've said this.
Also, a team like Arsenal, now, because they put so much pressure on teams, the ball's going to be in and around the box a lot. You need someone that's just sniffing out chances, bro.
Instinctive.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, 100%, because it's pressure.
That second goal he scored, yeah, it was like a little ballerina flicking their leg up.
Because the ball fucking deflected, bobbled up, and he instinctively just guided it towards the goal, bro. That's a proper striker's finish.
Yeah, the first goal he scored, mate, the way he ran off of the back of them 2 defenders was mad. Like that was such a good goal, man. That was one of the best crosses you'll see this season.
It was a great cross, but horrible defending, man. Because you watch it back, Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka are there. Luke Shaw's got his man here. Wan-Bissaka's almost looking at Luke Shaw's man. It's like no one wants to pick up Eddie, and it's like he runs free, and Wan-Bissaka's looking at Luke Shaw's man. Luke Shaw's left him because he knows he's not a threat, so he's dropped off. So Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw effectively are marking the same player. And then Nketiah just runs round, free header.
In the end, they ended up marking each other.
Fucking foolishness, bro. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that, bro. Like, it's disappointing.
This is a good question here, by the way. Do you think United will pip City to second spot this season because of Pep's style?
No.
I know you're obviously top 4 at the minute.
I believe City are going to go on a run now after coming back against Spurs. I believe that Pep coming out and calling them out, I think that this is I think this changes things, bro.
Do you because I watched City against Wolves and we all knew they were going to slap Wolves up. Man said, "Are you going to apologise to Eddie yet, bro?" I know you're only playing as well, yeah, but bro, that'll be the next one. Yeah, I've been grilled, man, for the last hour or so before I come on here. You need to apologise to Eddie. Not Eddie, but you need to apologise to Odegaard. You need to shut up, man. What? Because they're doing their jobs.
Yeah, because they're actually playing at the level that they weren't before. Do you know what I mean? It's not like they were always playing this well and you've come around. Odegaard last season was poor, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, even at the start of the season, he was poor.
He's probably the best number 10 in the league right now on form. Damn right. And he hasn't been that since he's come to the Prem. So I don't know why people think he owed man an apology. It's weird to me, bro.
But this is social media, bro. It's like, like flip-flop because I didn't rate a manager 3.5 years later, he's top of the table. And I'm going, I think we'll win the league. Like, that's apparently flip-flopping these days.
Yeah, but also the fact that you're going to win the league is down to a lot of things. It's not just because of how good you lot are, it's because of how shit everyone else is as well. Like, let's not overlook that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, both. It is both. Listen, we've been fantastic. Yeah?
Arsenal have peaked
at the same time. If Liverpool hadn't have dropped off, nobody could have predicted that, by the way. I said this, my friend's a Liverpool fan. I said to him the other day, we went to the supermarket, he gave me a lift to the supermarket. And I said to him, bro, if I had sat there in the summer and said to you that Liverpool would be down in 9th or 10th, right? Only scored 34 goals, 9 of them would be in one game. And Arsenal would be 5 points clear, of the title at the top. I said, I would have been sectioned.
100%.
Yeah, it's mad. So when people want to come with this, like, oh my God, and they're like trying to rewrite history and that, shut up, man. Arteta should have been sacked about 50 times. And if it was an elite level football club, he would have been sacked. Yeah,
100%.
But I like the fact of what he's done this season. I like what he's doing. I like the fact the players are on side. I like the signings. Trossard, top player. Jesus, top player. Zinchenko, top player. Yeah, like good signings, man. And they've took us up a level. William Saliba's been a massive help coming back and took us up a level defensively.
Do you think he's going to sign that contract?
Bro, I don't know, man, because do you know what's mad? Yeah, he came out and said the other day, oh, yeah, I leave that to my agent. My agent's working on it and we're trying to get it done or something, yeah? I'm not so sure, right? Because I've heard that before. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've heard that with fucking Sol Campbell, bruv, and he signed for us the next day. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but he had 6 months left on his contract, and we had until New Year's Eve to activate the 1 year extra, and we activated it. So that tells me that he's not interested in negotiating. And we panicked and went, "Fuck, we better activate the extra year."
Yeah, so we can get some extra money. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same with Saka and Martinelli. Saka's been negotiating apparently since April. Like,
because he probably wants 300 bags now. That's why, and he'll get it as well. That's why he's been negotiating for that long, because he's probably thinking, I need 300k because I'm the star boy of Arsenal, and because of my brand and everything like that. Of course, you've got to do that. Like, it's normal. Like, I know footballers now, and for instance, like I know guys that have been offered like a boot deal, and they'll be like, right, I'm not signing this because I know next year I'm going to be at a bigger club and you're going to have to pay me more. Do you know what I'm saying? So players always think ahead, and he's looking at it now. Well, I've got my own boot with New Balance now. I'm the face of the club. You're going to need to pay me 300k, bro.
But maybe he was also sitting there thinking, I've been the star boy for 2 years, player of the season for 2 years, and we haven't even got in the top 4. I don't think anybody would have sat there and said Arsenal will be in a title race this season. Even the biggest Arteta fan in the world, right? We never have sat there. Even Ty, who's mad Arsenal. Like, he could argue with himself. Like, he probably does argue with himself.
Oh,
like,
I'd put money on that.
But but I guarantee if you asked him at the start of the season, are Arsenal going to win the league? He'd be like, nah, I think we'll get in the top 4 though. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Nobody predicted this. So,
but nobody predicted this league. But now everyone knew. Everyone knew. Just give Arteta time.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone knew. Like, I had somebody earlier say to me, yeah, but he sat as an assistant with Pep. I said, okay, on that basis, Steve Bold should have got the job. He did longer with Wenger. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but this is the thing with Saka. Maybe Saka's looking at that thinking, well, I was the star. I've been the star boy for 2 years. Yeah, and I want the assurances we're going to compete for titles. And he's probably getting his agent like to do that. I don't know. And listen, this season he's been superb again. He's gone up a level this season as well. His finishing's got so much better. His decision making in the box is miles better than last season. Like, he used to dither a lot in the box and panic, and now the way he rolls defenders is mad. I can't lie, bro. He pins up against them, and because he's little, he can just roll you so quick, and he's gone. And he's got quick feet. Yeah, he's a problem, man. He's a good player, very good player. And I'm buzzing that he's having a good season, man. I'm buzzing we're top. I can't lie. Like, everyone says, oh, fake celebration. Shut up, man. Yeah, I've supported this club before you lot were born. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
but this is it, though.
And this is all I've wanted my club to do for years, man. And they're doing it, and I'm happy. I'm happy, man. And look at this. We've got 1,800 people in here. Why are 1,800 people watching this show? Maybe they've come to cook you. I don't know.
No, but listen, I'm not hiding anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, it just is what it is.
Big up Skullfuggery in the chat as well, bro. You're a madman, I swear. You're a madman. Best screamer goal in the Premier League you have seen, where you sat back and said, fair play, that was a wonder goal, says James. That's a good question. Probably Omri against Man United, against Barthez. That goal was mad. That goal was a great goal.
Yeah, I wouldn't say as a screamer, but it was a great goal.
I'd say, yeah.
I think Rooney Newcastle was a screamer.
Yeah, the
John Arisa against us was a screamer. I remember that goal like it was yesterday, bro. That John Arisa free kick that nearly took the fucking net.
That guy, man.
He took the net out of the fucking ground, bro. Do you know what I mean? That was an absolute
Vieira's goal against Newcastle. I don't know if you remember that one. Vieira's goal against you, where it went underside of the bar. That was a good goal.
He smashed that. I think Rooney's was a screamer.
Newcastle one's definitely up there.
Rooney's Newcastle one was an absolute screamer. My favorite United goal, one of them, is the Van Persie volley against Aston Villa.
Oh yeah, mate, I see that came up on YouTube the other day.
Yeah,
it came up when I loaded the app up. It was the fact I thought, let me watch that goal. That pass from Rooney, and then mate, the shape of Van Persie's body, where his shoulders were leant in, and his every bit of power he could put into that, he put into that, mate. What a goal!
Bro, different.
He went to you lot, man. As soon as he left, I was like, they're going to win the league.
Bro, different, man. Different.
Yeah, he was bro. Top player, man. Top player. But yeah, it's all good, man. Listen, we're going to wrap this up in a second, people. Yeah, I'm in the dressing gown, man. I've had my dressing gown on all day. It's hammering down with rain here today. It's freezing. Well, it's not freezing, but it's not like minus temperatures, but it is cold. It is very cold in this apartment anyway. So yeah, dressing gown settings. But
man's in the dressing gown and it's still well warmer than fucking here. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, it's 16, 17 degrees. But bro,
see what I mean? You're taking a piss, bro. Like, bro, we've had ice everywhere, Lee, bro. Like, it's minus everything. Cars freezing over. It's 2 degrees here, bro. It's 2 degrees, bro.
Wait, I see my sister scraping the car the other day. Yeah, she put it on her Instagram with the kids helping scrape the car, and it was -6.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, see,
Yeah, we don't do
bro.
minuses here, mate. Maybe in Madrid and in Barcelona and them areas, but down in the south, we don't do that here, mate. Yeah, it's like
That's
the coldest
crazy,
it'll get
bro.
is maybe in the daytime, maybe 15, 17. But that's even when it's like when it's raining. Other than that, it's 20s and 25s and 30s and 40s. So yeah, it's nice, man. But these apartments ain't built for the drop off. Like nighttime, I think it's going to be about 10 degrees tonight. But it's marble floored apartments, man. They're freezing. Like,
yeah, them things. That's because they're built for the heat, innit? So when the temperature does drop, do you know what I mean? It's dead, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking cold, man. I get it.
oh, that goal was a screamer. Van Persie Charlton, I
Yeah, that
remember that.
flying volley, bro. Like, that was nuts. Yeah,
The
that
Bouet
goal was
cross
crazy.
and that goal was a joke.
That's probably the best goal I've seen him score for you lot. Anyway, that volley was stupid, bro. Like, he arrived on the edge of the box, yeah, like some ninja, bro, just flying through
Both
the
feet
air.
off the floor, slapped
Yeah,
it.
crazy.
Yeah, Cisse against Chelsea, that was a goal. That outside of the boot, curved and checked, didn't have a clue.
Oh, that's Newcastle, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a sick goal. Ronaldo Portsmouth, that free kick was decent. Yeah,
Yeah,
David James just watched it.
That was a screamer.
Yeah, Essien against Arsenal. Yeah, bro, I remember that. That was in the last minute of the game, man. They nicked
what
it.
A strike.
Yeah, that was a
But
mad
even
goal.
companies scored a screamer against Chelsea, wasn't it? That
Yeah.
last minute
40
when he
yards
slapped
out,
that into the
35,
bin.
something like that.
Wow. Yeah, there's been some absolute
Scholes'
bangers.
volley against Villa.
Aston Villa, yeah, off the bar. Yeah. Scholes
Mad,
got a few bangers still. So yeah, man, love a goal like that because these things don't happen often. Do you know what I mean? These kind of goals.
I missed one in there. I can't find it. Tony Yeboah for Leeds, mate. That guy never scored
off
a
the
shit
bar.
goal.
Yeah,
That guy never scored crap goals. He was mad, literally mad. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, man. Hazard against us. Get in the bin, man. Hazard's never scored a screamer. He's scored classy goals. He's never scored screamers.
But it's not a screamer though.
Yeah, mad. But yeah, we're going to wrap this up, people. Suarez versus Norwich. Yeah, that was a joke. That season, he was top goal scorer, and I think he missed 8 games. He probably would have set a mad record, like that Haaland would probably beat this season.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's moving mad.
Mate, that guy scored 4 hat tricks already.
Yeah, he's taking a piss.
That's crazy, isn't it? It's mad. Who is the bigger legend for Man United?
Best or
Ronaldo?
Bruv, of course they're gonna see George Best, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? And like I said, like Ronaldo gave his best years to Real Madrid. Like, you can't.
My old man watched George Best, right? And he said he's one of the best footballers ever by a mile. Like he said, he's up there, like top. He said like, that guy used to just take the piss. Like go at it. I watched a video on him before, and he had a bet with a player that he'd only touched the ball with his left foot all game.
Yeah, I heard about it.
It's like, how can you do that?
Piss take. But that's when you're that good, you can take the piss. Now it's like when you're it's almost like man's playing against children, bro. You'd be like, oh, I'll only use my left hand when man's playing basketball and to try to make it fair, and it's an absolute piss take.
Yeah, nutmegging 3-4 men in a row and then going, do you know what? Fuck it, I'll nutmeg you all again just for the fun of it. Like joke of a player, man. It's a shame I never see him play, but yeah, the Ibra bicycle against England. Oh, that goal was
crazy.
Mad.
Crazy.
How can somebody that big do that, man? It's mad, isn't it?
Different.
Yeah, he is different, proper. But listen, we're going to wrap this up, people, man. Big up to everyone inside, man. There's still 1,700 in this. Smash the like button. Sub to the channel. Sub to Rance's channel. It's in the title. Second channel as well. I will have a video out this week. Well, maybe this week. It'll be within the next 7 days. I'll have a video out on that channel. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And it'll be regular every 3-4 day uploads on there. So what you got coming up, man?
Boy, just the usual shows on the channel, people. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, United play tomorrow as well, haven't we? So we got watch along tomorrow. Is there football on tonight? Yeah, I think we got a cup game on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, we've got Nottingham Forest League Cup.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Nottingham Forest League Cup, my bro.
Chelsea Fulham on Friday. Chelsea, is that there's Premier League. Oh no, that's February. Sorry, I'm looking at February. Yeah, there's FA Cup weekend. Of course it is. Some dickhead decided to put Arsenal on Friday night at 9 o'clock kickoff. Cheers, mate. 9 o'clock Spanish time. Thanks for that. Newcastle Southampton tonight, apparently. Sweet. Happy days. Yeah, cool. Well, we're out of here then, people. I will have a transfer video out in the morning. Not sure what time. It could be any time from 4:30 Spanish time in the morning to maybe 8 a.m. UK time. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to record it in a bit. I don't know. I'll just schedule it for whenever. So keep notifications on, people. And we'll sit back and watch Newcastle batter Southampton tonight then. And,
Straight.
Yeah, mate, it's going to be a massacre. But yeah, man, big up yourself. Big up to everyone in the chat. And make sure you subscribe to Rance's channel. It's in the title. We're out of here, people. Laters. Up the Arsenal.